292 or
The health insurance line?
No,
No,
bottom line.
Oh, the total,
Bottom
excuse me.
line.
Right.
So we were at, 2017 budget was 594,274, and we're looking for 588,313.
That's what I have.
So it looks like,
Will we be expending all of what's in 2017? In other words, there's a fair amount that's still hanging out there. Is that gonna be exhausted this year?
Well, with the fire and police, usually theirs are always, there's, always an extra in there for emergencies, so that typically there's always something left over in their budgets when it comes to wages and overtime.
23,000. Where were we in previous years? We don't know.
There's a 5-year expenditure report.
Yeah, we don't know what the budget was. Right.
We're talking about the current.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we usually put 23 grand away after each
Well,
year.
for fire and police, you have to figure in the retirement and all those other fees for the overtime. And if for some reason they don't use all the overtime,
There will be retirement expenses
Right.
left over because of that. Same thing with Medicare.
no, it's the same thing for regular overtime.
Right.
If someone doesn't earn 2,000 in overtime, they don't,
Right. Yeah,
Social Security and FICA
Right.
are less.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
you have to budget
You have
for
to budget for what's budgeted in terms
And
of
the wages, right.
wages,
And
right?
separation pay is, we're gonna go for the third year or second year with no one leaving, but we have to legally budget that amount of money.
Yeah, that's there to pay, out
Separation, yep.
vacation, and 50% of sick time if somebody's been here for 5 years and they're leaving in good standing.
So Social Security, the retirement, and separation pay account for 20,000 of the 23 that's not been spent.
Right.
Okay.
And we have another month to go too, so.
Right, we might separate from somebody.
Mhm.
Could happen.
No.
Okay. I move approval of 4155 personnel administration for a total amount of $588,313.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Next one.
I don't know, did you want to do docks and bridges? Jim's not here, I don't know if you would have had any input on it.
He told me that he's not, that's
Okay.
not his budget, he doesn't get involved, that's what he told me.
That's the road agent.
And a lot of this stuff normally is stuff that Jack is involved with.
Yeah, I mean, the budget mostly is for electrical expenses, electric.
And permitting.
Yeah.
This is docks and bridges, right?
Mhm.
Don't we have something being done on the town wharf? Authorize an engineering study?
On 19 all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I asked Jim to get an estimate to restain County Road Bridge. It's been over 10 years. It's getting pretty rustic.
Mhm.
So are you suggesting that docks and bridges needs to wait?
Do we take a guess at what those figures are?
I don't think so.
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I think we're,
okay.
we don't have any input as to what ought to go into 2018. It's,
I know that there's been some discussion from Jack Parsons about putting another de-icer in there.
Mhm.
Another,
yep.
and
All right, so we need to have Jack here at the next meeting so we can go through this.
Yep.
And Sodom Road Bridge, didn't we expend some money to have a study done there?
This year. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's.
And he's coming next week, is that right?
HEB?
HEB's coming next Monday?
Did have a note from you folks to ask if you'd like him to come in. I
Yeah.
figured you'd want him to. Yeah,
So if
okay.
we have HEB and we have Jack, we should have everything we need.
Right.
Okay.
At least we'll be closer.
Right.
We'll have, I believe, based on, I looked at the docks and bridges today, all the expenses. We have about one more month left for electric bills, and, yeah, and I estimate there'll be about $1,500 left over in docks and bridges.
He hasn't, I know Jack waits until the end to do his
Yeah.
wintertime stuff,
So,
just in case we spend the money on something else,
And
so.
we paid for the Melvin dock out of this?
Not yet.
Not yet. So maybe there isn't $1,500.
yeah, that's why I just mentioned.
The Lake Road, half a dock, what was that, $1,300? And the deal was that if we didn't have it in this.
Then we would review budget for next year, yeah.
Sounds good.
So you were talking about the River Reach Boat Club? Is that-
Right.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking
I
about?
have
Right.
that on next week's agenda too, so that'll be good.
And
And then I have some,
that reminds me, pardon me for saying this before I forget. The work that was done up on the backside of Dan Hole Pond, the paving work.
Yes, where does that come out of?
Well, and we told them that if we had money this year, that we would do it.
Like the Cannon Road.
Was that Canaan Road?
Yeah, well.
In
it's-
Wildwood.
Wildwood, yeah, it's not
Was
Yeah,
that-
they were using some of that money we got from the state.
For that one?
That's what I understood, that it was for projects that weren't on the table,
Yeah, well,
and that's one of them. What were
we've
you thinking?
still got $3,000 in the paving area this year. I don't remember exactly how
I
much.
think it was 3,500.
Yeah, something like that, so. Would you make a note so that we can revisit that?
Yeah, I have it on next week too.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
All
Good.
those little things for the year end, cause,
Yep.
yeah.
Clean it all up.
so HEB is coming over, is it over Sodom Road Bridge, over the Melvin Village?
Over.
For re-
over
Yeah,
the
for
road,
repair
yes.
proposal.
All right.
And then I also had a note from September 18 stating that there's $3,057.60 crack sealing, the Dan Hole Pond Association.
That's the,
Right.
Yeah.
right, that's the one we're talking about,
Okay.
yeah.
What,
Right.
how much is that,
Make sure.
3517?
$3,057.60.
Almost exactly what we have left in road paving.
Isn't that the one that Jim didn't think that part should be paid out of ours or something? Anyway, we can have a look at it next week, I guess.
There's
but
800
I think it's a portion he
There's
doesn't
800
agree
feet
with.
that is town road.
No, I understand, because a portion of the bill he doesn't agree with, but I'll put it on next, I can put it on next week.
All right, and then what's this? Oh, this is the transfer station spectrum for internet service,
Right.
Yes.
$6,660.
And that's,
We'll be
in
getting that bill
2018, right? Yeah.
January 2nd, and that's already budgeted in his budget.
So we have some sort of a contract to encumber those funds?
It's $2018,
Or you're gonna it's gonna be
Yes.
budgeted?
and
Out
it's
of
budgeted
the-
in 2018.
It's already
Got
budgeted,
it, so it's not coming out of our current budget?
down from 30,000.
Yeah,
I'll make that note.
well, I don't think we have the money there this year.
Well, I haven't finished going through the process.
Right.
Well, we haven't. I think the budget committee has approved his budget. but,
Well, I guess that's it for me.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you,
welcome.
thank you.
Thank you.
move on to review and approval of minutes, November 20th. Any corrections? I have nothing.
November 20th.
Mhm. Yep, I didn't see anything.
I think I did all. I did not. So I'll move approval as,
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Next, we'll go to the red file for signatures. This is interlocal trust. Selectmen, please authorize by signing to have NHIT file the 1094B and the 1095B forms for the town. Thank you, Diane. You folks read this letter?
Yes.
Is there a motion?
So I'll move approval.
second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And it says, yes, the town of Tuftonboro would like them to file the two forms, right?
Is that you?
I have no telephone number present.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me.
Today's the 4th.
Yes.
It is.
Crowd thinned out.
Okay. Next item is, this is from Rod, for us to sign as the assessing officials, his equalization form certificate. Have you read this, folks?
Yep.
I did this well, yeah.
Is there a motion?
Move approval.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Next is notice to intent to cut wood or timber for map lot 30, lot 3-9, Sergeant's Crossing.
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Our next item is the shoreland impact permit for lot 52-1-29. That's Mirror Lake boat ramp. The state issued the correct permit. All those in favor? Is there a motion?
And what-
They originally do
Yes,
a shoreland and then a wetland, and then a shoreland and a wetland.
Right.
that's right.
Okay. So move.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The state of New Hampshire has issued a shoreline permit for the Mirror Lake boat ramp. Special thanks to our engineer and to Jack Parsons. In speaking with Jack and with Jeff Moody, it's been suggested that we impound the warrant article funds and complete this project next year. The first issue is that it's high water and this project really should be completed when the water level is lower. The second issue is that the project has both cement and asphalt work scheduled, and it's much easier to complete this in the warmer weather. Is it okay to update Ben Ladd, who's chairman of the watershed committee? He did a lot of work on this project.
As a matter
We've
of fact,
spent some of the money.
I don't think we spent any money on that, have we?
Just on the permit,
But we have spent some of the money.
yes. And it was a warrant article, and we need at some point to consider encumbering that.
Yep, well, we'll go ahead and cover that. And then we don't have to worry about it
Okay,
while we're thinking about it.
is there a motion?
Looking for my current budget.
I've got mine.
Okay, so I will move that we encumber the balance in budget line 4909-24-730 Mirror Lake boat launch. And the balance is $6,821.62.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Yield tax levy for lot 31-1-11 for $3,354.91. You folks have read it?
Yep,
Move approval.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Our next item is a yield tax levy for lot 42-2-7 in the amount of $208.13. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Our next item of business is the Conservation Commission has recommended Ian Whitmore to be appointed as an alternate member to the Conservation Commission for a 3-year term. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. Can I have the green folder? Next is continued business. I have nothing on the docket here. Next, I'll go to Selectmen's update. Go ahead.
CIP committee has completed their process. The report has been finalized. It is at the printer. And the CIP will present the report next Tuesday, the 12th, to the Board of Selectmen, the Budget Committee, and the Planning Board at the Townhouse at 6:30 p.m.
And this is the draft that we're looking at here? Is that-
That's the draft of recommended articles for the warrant, right?
So that's what they'll be presenting?
Well, there's 26 pages in the report. So,
Jeez.
I mean,
Get it down.
there you go, yeah. Little bedtime reading.
Okay. Because I hadn't, and I have to preface this by saying this is my first trip back here for a while. So this was my first notification that we're gonna buy a $500,000 fire engine. We're gonna have a warrant article for that next year. So the process has moved into the CIP domain, and they recommend what warrant articles we're gonna have.
They only recommend.
Okay.
It's not like the budget committee that it's their budget.
Okay.
CIP only recommends.
So this is on an aged list or an aging list?
Yes.
Right.
And this is how we're,
It's up to us to
and
determine
then we're gonna talk about what we're.
warrant article and
Okay.
how do we fund it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's in our,
I just, historically, it would be the fire chief defending the $500,000 purchase, but if it's CIP doing it, but.
I'm sure it's a joint effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he was an advocate.
And again, the
Yep.
number nine, I think it was the library at $1.9 million.
Mhm.
I didn't realize we'd got to the point of deciding we're gonna have a warrant article for that. I know that we're getting very, very close, but.
That's CIP's
Okay,
recommendation.
right,
Yes.
okay. All right, as long as I'm not missing a step, I just
Yep.
kind of stay
No.
up to speed if I can.
No, no, great.
And,
Do you have anything for Selectmen's update?
no, I brought up to Steve Wingate about the issue about the beaver pond, which was one of the things that I had in mind. I also had a couple of, or one individual contact me about the Medicaid, or Medicare portion of the health policy, and I followed up on that. Our welfare budget's pretty minimal, but we're gonna have some impact on that pretty soon, I think.
Yes.
On the warrant article, or the town warrant, which I guess we got copies of.
This is a word copy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's,
Total
we're,
of-
it's,
yeah.
we're too early to be working on it at this
Okay.
point, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just, I wanna reiterate the fact that, or what I said at the town meeting last year, which is, I'm really not in favor of designating some capital out of the undesignated fund balance to pay for particular items. We could do that with all of them. We just pay for everything out of the undesignated fund balance if we wanted to. I'd rather have the town voters look at the item that we're looking to purchase or lease or whatever, and make a determination based on their estimation of the value of that purchase, or the need for that purchase. It just makes it so much cleaner than to tell people it's not gonna cost them anything. Well, they already,
It's their tax dollars.
yeah, they already paid
Yeah.
money into
Right,
it.
sure.
Undesignated fund, so.
I think there's one that legally we have to do, and that's the contingency fund, but I'll double check on that.
Right, and we may wanna move some money. We talked about doing a health fund,
Yes.
but that's another discussion.
Yes.
Sounds great.
Under Selectmen's update, thank you to Bald Peak Farm for the Christmas tree, and for the ladies in the front office. Over half the stars are gone. Anyone from the public who wants to help the needy, it is a nice way of doing it. Meetings, I already asked you about upcoming meetings, and we have scheduled a work session for Friday the 8th at 1:30 PM here.
Right.
Yep.
And Monday, the 18th, people aren't available. The 12th of December, 3 of us selectmen will be at the Budget Committee, CIP Committee. Do we need to post that meeting, or is that someone else's meeting?
Is that our meeting for the week?
It's not, no,
We're meeting on the 11th, and then we're meeting again on the 12th? Okay.
but I've always considered myself guests there, and we'd speak like anybody else, so.
I think when the three of us are in the same room together and it's a government function, we probably should
Post it.
call it what it is.
And I have no problem being open about it. It's,
Yeah.
that's why I asked. The other thing is, we're going, after next Monday's meeting, 3 weeks without a meeting. Would it be appropriate to have a work session on Friday, the 29th, for any last minute things? We gotta come in and sign checks anyway. Just a thought. We can
Are you
discuss.
going away for Christmas?
I'll be away for a few days, yeah.
So,
But I'll be back on the 27th, so it's,
I mean, I'll be in on the 29th. I don't want to,
Yeah. I
do
just
you want
want
to schedule a meeting and just see what
Uh,
happens? Maybe somebody will give us a Christmas present?
Yeah.
I suggest we go ahead and schedule a work session for that morning, and then if we don't need it,
Yeah,
I can
all right,
cancel
well,
big
that's
deal.
fine.
But that way,
The end of the
anything that
year
comes
is
up,
done. Right.
any last minute
We don't get
encumbrance,
backdate checks.
encumbering of funds or something, then we've, we're not scrambling. We've already got it.
I wanted to ask you folks, have you read over the closing policy and reviewed the call list?
Yes.
Is it okay to institute?
Thought we did.
Yeah, you guys did that.
We're all set on that? I just want to double check.
Yep.
I have other things to update, but we're going so late here. Has the police department, Karen, submitted the no parking ordinance?
No, I don't have anything.
Would you request that from them for the next meeting?
Yeah.
And under correspondence, you will see a letter from Clay. I received word from Clay that he'll be meeting with the scale company representative on Tuesday, December 6th at 10 a.m. and invited any selectman who wants to be there. I plan on being there. Okay. Correspondence. These are the items that are just for your review. Tuftonboro Culvert Report Final Draft. Would I be able to get a colored copy of it at your convenience?
Sure.
The other thing is, if I remember correctly, folks, weren't there 14 or 15 culverts out of the 222 that were in failure? And I didn't see Jim suggest any maintenance this year, but I understand the report is just come out.
You can take that copy if you'd like. I have it on my desk.
Okay. FEMA from Fallon Reed. We received funding but need to do a procurement policy for future submissions. They were given a copy of what came right out of the Town and Country report. What do we do? Just
It has to be something formal
for
for
retype it,
next time that
accept
we
it?
want. We have to have
Okay.
a formal policy for next
Okay.
time. So it's on our to-do list for this.
Jackie Rollins spoke with Lindy Greenwood regarding her request to put a plaque beside the Christmas tree at the town offices. She's going to have a plaque put on a rock and place it beside the tree. She said that it wouldn't interfere with mowing. She's waiting to order it until she has permission to place it near the tree. Please advise on your thoughts. Go ahead.
I thought we already,
Yeah.
We already,
we
yep.
did this
Right.
already.
Well, you wanted more information on what the sign was going to be, so you tabled it.
The chairman might have wanted more information, but
Oh, I
think
think,
that's
so, I want to say.
It was a
it's
bill.
built in. Yeah.
Go,
I
go.
didn't need any more information.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, do it.
Okay, all right.
I'm overinformed.
Yep. Chris Fournier, Sodom Road Bridge temporary repair design.
He's coming next
He's
week.
coming
Coming next. Yep.
Okay. Any other correspondence in there, any of you want to go over? Have you folks read what's in these
Yes.
folders here
Yeah.
Yep.
for your information?
Did we get word back on the Simon case? didn't
no.
hear. Okay.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, that's Joe.
Now we're down to any other business from
Not
the
for me.
public. Go ahead. Thank you for waiting.
Master plans. It keeps coming up when we have all these proposals for big expenses like libraries, police stations, fire equipment. that we need to do a master plan of our buildings and our building needs and how they work together and how things are changing. And that just keeps getting passed over for lack of time, for lack of interest. I don't know what the reasons are, but the town has changed in the last 10 years. The world has changed. It's changing every day. Our school has got 100 less students in it than it used to have. There's got to be empty rooms there. We've lost businesses. Audioplex is gone. It's now somebody's storing private cars in there. PAC 2000 is down to a skeleton force. The buildings are for sale. They're gonna fall down there. And, you know, there's something like 9,000 square feet of buildings there. Technicoil is gone. Their people, they've moved to Wolfboro. Those buildings are for sale. 1.2 million is probably big enough for a library and a police station, if you really looked at the size of those buildings in here. The infrastructure's all there. But, you know, without taking a really good look at what we have and what we need and how things have changed, you can't make the decisions other than just bounce along, well, so-and-so wants this and so-and-so wants that. And I think it's really,
It's difficult with the library, and you remember, you were a selectman. I mean, that particular dynamic which controls what libraries can and cannot do and what the town's input can and cannot be, is a difficult dynamic to work with, I think. Except that they've come up with a proposal, they want to put the proposal forward with a warrant article. Short of a significant plan to the contrary, I don't see any way around that. And you're right, there should have been, you know, but I mentioned, I
we should be
digress a little bit.
proactive rather than reactive.
Right,
And,
what's happened and why has it happened?
right,
are we
and where
going?
are we going and do we,
Yeah.
you know, kids, you know, they're worried about kids going out for nature classes on Libby Park. I mean, how many kids are we talking? 15 kids, 2 mornings a week or something? You know, it's the same here at the library with the kids, and it's okay, yes, we need books for the kids, we need to get the kids in there, but how many kids are there? You know, they're not here, they're not coming here, they're not living here, they're moving to where the action is. So I'm just saying that I think we're behind the 8 ball, and we really need a committee of interested people to do some master plan looking at our
Well, I don't know,
resources.
I mean, Bill's the planning board member, is the master plan project
It is,
done?
it is not completed, it is getting close.